Hello, today is July 2nd, 2016. My last call said there was a MEJT target of 2071.66. I thought it probably wouldn't print until Tuesday, and I said I would like to see us trade a little bit higher first. I looked for a pattern which would hit its peak within the first hour or two and then drop throughout the rest of the day. Basically, that's what happened. We have MEJT signals from during the day. We have a signal early in the day to buy that worked, hit the target. It said ultimately higher and lower prices would print. Typically that leads to a wishy-washy morning, which is what happened. The system said this drop was false, that prices would retrace, which they did. It said this drop is false, prices would retrace, which they did. These lines are resistance areas, and we've stalled at resistance. No new MEJT targets for Tuesday. This is a pattern which usually closes near the low. When we don't, it's usually positive unless we promptly take out this low, ideally by gapping under it. It's negative that we hit a high early in the day, some other highs, and couldn't close over any of them. That negativity is negated if we gap up and promptly take out this high, so the odds favor a gap out of today's range when we reopen on Tuesday. Should that not happen, I look for a market to close little changed. The longer term pattern is pretty much the same. The majority of times we're going to see this 21.13.32 price print. We don't usually have to wait too long, but there's no law that says it can't come a year from now. We've actually closed the gap on a daily basis, but not on a closing basis here. If we do go and hit this price target and go over it, I look for resistance then. There's no law that says we have to go that high. We have some more DeMark sell signals. Here's bar 13 of a sequential sell on the 30-minute chart. In alignment with that, we now have bar 13 finishing early on the 65-minute chart to go along. This is a sequential sell to go along with the combo sell. It would be cleaner if we have one more move up, but we don't really have to have it. If the high is in, and that's wave A and that's B, we initially pointed out the Fibonacci relationship for the high on Wednesday, but there's also a Fibonacci relationship for the high Friday, and that's possible. We've had failing volume on the rally, and it should be just a matter of time till the rally's over. This is a possible high here, and if it is, we should gap down on Tuesday. If the gap down is strong enough, 2071.66 is the target. If we don't gap down strongly enough, it looks pretty much out of reach to me, because it has to print early on Tuesday in order to print within its preferred time frame. It should print at some time in any event. If we gap up, that's pretty much off the table, but then we have resistance over 21.13.32. So I think we're awfully close to reversing and getting a big move to the downside. It's either here or very slightly over that area. As always, gapping up very, very strongly kills the call. But that's what I think is going to happen, and that's today's call.